Hello. Yeah, so last year when I moved to Texas, I was so excited to find out what kind of plants, shrubs, trees can grow, and so I was so excited to find some of the trees, for example, like apple trees, cherry trees, peach trees, or something like that at the Home Depot last year. So of course I wanted to have a cherry trees, and I bought the Kansan cherry, but particular Kansan cherry didn't survive at all for I don't know, for some reason. I think heat during the summer, I think killed them. I think apple tree survived, but it's not really, thriving. During the hot summer, they kind of suffered. It's suffered tremendously, I would say. But this year, it came back and nicely started to bloom, like apple flowers. Then it's cold snap came in the middle of March or the end of March, and killed every flowers that on trees or anything. So that's a tough life for plants. Roses also suffered from the cold snap, because I think they have this very warm weather in winter, for example, like a January and February. They have like a 90 degrees weather. Today is about 90 degrees, very, very warm. And then, all the plants are excited to come up, and the leaves comes out, flowers comes out, and then a couple of weeks later, this cold snap of 15 degrees and snow accumulation. So it's all died. All these new growth is all died. So yeah, I thought that was kind of a very, very difficult for this area. Plus very windy, most of the time very windy, and to look for some plants to grow in this area appropriate. Yeah, I think it's almost like a New Mexico state type of weather. It's almost like a very arid and hot. And so yeah, but I did the research, and I noticed last year also there's a very different type of shrubs and trees available here. And also I looked around what kind of trees and shrubs they have planted, and I noticed probably 3 different shrubs I could get safely. So first one is the Texas lilac, Chaste Tree. And I think the genus name is Vitex. I think this is like almost like an alternative name is like Texas lilac. It's a lilac flower type of things coming out. The blue, purplish blue flower comes up, and I noticed this, the neighborhood, and it was so beautiful. So I had to get that. I realized that this is a shrubs I have to get here. And the second one is called the Mexican Petunia. Also last year I noticed this particular plant being sold, but because I didn't know anything about plants or anything, so I didn't get them last year. But this year, of course, I got that. It's Ruellia, I think the genus name, and very, very pretty. Purple flower also, purple blue flower. And so, yeah, and then the last one is called Texas sage. Also, this one has like a silvery leaves and very drought tolerant, heat tolerant, I would say. And so, of course, I get those 3 shrubs. I got that and I planted yesterday, and I have been watering, but it looks okay to me. They are thriving, although today's weather is 90 degrees, very, very hot already. And so I think that's what it is, that you get this hot weather come up, and the surface of the soil quickly evaporates. And also I realized, yeah, that is a problem, evaporations of water from the surface. So I realized maybe I should mulch deeply there. And so, I don't have that particular difficulty, being thirsty on the soil. And especially the west exposure, which is my front yard facing the west exposure, which is very, very hot in the afternoon. So, and very windy too, and those combinations is very, very bad. So, yeah, I think it's a learning process of gardening anywhere you go. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because of different place has a different plants, different requirements for the plants, and some of them are, of course, a better environment for regular gardening probably. And this place is not, even though weather is warmer here, but temperature changes is extreme. So I think it's tough, and so that's why the many people don't have that many plants in the yard or the garden, or anything like that. If you have it, it's like a mostly protected area, like a backyard, fenced in, and they have this successful microclimates there. But nonetheless, yeah, it is kind of everywhere you go, you have to learn what is the available, what is the plant that goes in this particular weather. Yeah, so yeah, I just like to let you know that I got those 3 shrubs, and I'm very, very happy about that, because last year, whole year, I kind of suffered from like a worrying about, stressing out the plants may not survive, so yeah, hopefully this year I think those 3 shrubs, I think getting a better growth, I would say. Yeah, but the funny thing is that the trees and shrubs that I noticed last year, like a Rose of Sharon and crepe myrtle, are very, very successful this area. However, what I noticed at the middle of April right now, they haven't come out from dormancy yet. There hardly any new growth in those 2 shrubs. I planted last year hardly. At the bottom, maybe I can see the coming up, the green leaves are coming up there. But crepe myrtle, there's no signs of life. And so, yeah, I think for some reason they are very late to start. I think that they're clever because all those cold stuff comes in the April, even May maybe. So they are very, very cautious about you know, getting a new growth. So yeah, maybe plants are smarter than us, I would say. But I'm picking up, so hopefully it's gonna be much easier for the gardener this year.